Hello Admirals and welcome back to my channel where I talk to you about Battlefleet Gothic, the space fleet game based in the Warhammer 40,000 universe. We are at the end of the month and the painting competition, all the entries are in for this month. The theme was Xenos, so loads of your best Xenos ships and fleets have been sent in to me. And so let's get on with the checking out of the photos and pictures of all the cool Xenos ships that you guys have entered. Hope you enjoy. Kicking things off, we've got this awesome Nekron fleet with a classic scheme. The gold, green, and then the silvery black is a real classic Nekron scheme, and it's been done really, really well here. The green and gold really pops against the darker sort of silver, and they've got a really, really cool, consistent theme going on with the entire fleet, and it looks, yeah, really, really cool. The two shrouds, two scythes, tomb ship, really, really, really cool sort of fleet we've got going on here. And from one Nekron fleet to one Nekron ship, this is a really, really cool 3D print. It's a Grand Cruiser for the fleet for the Necrons that's been done. I think you can get on the purple site. And it's a beautiful entry. I really like the sort of transition from the sort of rusted malachite sort of copper color on the edges through to the gold and bronze in the center as it's almost coming alive from the center out. Sort of, yeah, it's a beautiful entry on this one. Really like that Nekron ship. Then we move from the Necrons to their dreaded enemy, the Eldar. Moving on to this really cool Corsair ship, and I really like blue and green. Don't usually work very. There's a motto in colors. It's like blue and green should never be seen, but I think this works really well because you've got the lighter blue with a darker green. And then the pop of metallics really kind of brings out the weapons and other aspects of the ship that are metallic. So I think it's a really cool entry. Contrasts really well with the background as well, with the red planet. Yeah, really, really cool entry. Then we're on to Tau, a Tau fleet. That I love the sort of the thought process here, and I love the ingenuity of it. And it's like they're coming out of cloaking, like so they've been hiding. And they're suddenly transitioning to be able to be seen, or other way around. Maybe they're transitioning to not be seen anymore. And yeah, I really like it. I love the concept of it all, and it's really, really well done. There's other aspects to this fleet that can't show here, but with a custodian and things like that, custodian battleship. But really, really cool concept and idea, and really well executed. Awesome work. And we've had this kind of style Eldar onto an Eldar thingy from Sherry Pie. They've entered this kind of scheme before, and it always is fantastic. It's just a beautiful scheme that they have mastered so well. The lighter yellows into the darker reds and golds, and then the purple pinks. Just all round beautiful entry, and the whole fleet of this is just absolutely stunning. It's just a beautiful entry. We've had another Tau fleet. There's a bit of a theme. There's a bit of Tau in this competition this month. I really love this entry. It's almost like a classic Tau scheme with like sort of the orangey kind of color, but they've muted it down, and it almost when you close in on it, it almost looks almost weathered. Yeah, I really enjoy this, and I always love a fantastic base. And if you look closely, all their bases are completely different. It's just they keeping with the theme, but they are different. And so I love the fact that they've taken the time and effort to do that. I think this is a really fabulous Tau fleet. Really well done. I really like this entry. This is an awesome entry. Over to my entry here. Never talk too far about it, but these I just want to highlight a cool Xenos ship that's been invented called the Tabari. This is a community ship that was originally done by Horizon in the rules, I think. But Blue Squad went and did a kitbash of this, and then it's turned into a 3D print. You may have seen a few of these floating around before, but this is my version. I really enjoy these. One day I'll get a battleship for them as well, and escorts too, to really round out the fleet. But yeah, hope you like the Tabari. Then on to the creepiest entry of this by a long way. This is a couple of unspecified Xenos ships, I was told. This comes from Bleachhawk, who's a master at kitbashing and things like that. But they informed me that Gardens of Hecate do a lot of grimdark stuff, and I believe some of the parts are from them. So you can blame them for this absolutely wonderful and creepy Xenos. And I really kind of need to think, I think some rules need to occur here. Really, really cool scheme. The blue and yellow, they work really, really well. Kind of the blue transitioning into the yellow in the center, almost kind of like it's cold going to hot. But then the blood eyes is just the next step. Creepy, love it, fantastic work. Another Tyrannid. I told you there was loads of Tau in this one. Really cool entry, a Faright Enclave red entry for this emissary ship. Really, really cool. Unfortunately, you can't see the cool engine glow. The position, the other picture we got sent to me had a really, really good sort of angle for the engine glow as well, which was a bright blue, which is really cool. So it's a really, really nicely painted ship. The red, really, really nice. And then the cool sort of wings with the white. And you can't quite see it, but the Tau signs are gold, which is yeah, really, really cool entry. I would love to see more of this. This kind of reminds me of my own Faright Enclave fleet, which is red, and I kind of want to add more to it because of seeing these sorts of entries. That kind of wants to add more. Yeah, it's really cool, really good job. Then I'm on to an awesome Tyrannid entry for these. Love the addition of the little spores floating around it. This is from Andrew. Andrew always enters fantastic, and he won the last one with his Tyrannid entry as well. Really, really cool. I've spoken about this sort of scheme before, where I think the way they've done it, the scheme looks like it could be a real animal, which I think is really hard to do. I think that's really actually quite difficult thing to do, to make a 3D print look almost real. So I really love the Tyrannid scheme. The shell kind of, you could see that in nature, and then the fleshy parts look like flesh, which is really cool. Top entry as always from Andrew. And then one of my favorite entries. It's rare I get Demi Egg fleets, right? It's rare I get Demi Eggs. I really love it when I do. I really like the 3D print escorts. I think they're really cool, and I kind of need to know where they're from because I want some. But I really love this classic sort of the silver scheme for the Demi Egg. You see this quite a lot in when people paint these, and I do like the pinky red glow effects they've done. Really nice OSL work on especially on the escorts around sort of the prow there. I really like this entry, and Demi Egg's always a winner for me in my personal opinion. And then we go on to another Demi Egg. When I rarely get them, and they're like London buses. They twice in a row. It's great, but the difference is, the last one was a 3D print. This one is a Kitbash, as well as a Kitbash Orc ship, and I am a massive fan of a complete scratch build, along with adding extra little bits and gubbins to the bases as well. Really, really fantastic work. Got to be one of my favorite entries, and this has got to be in my in the running for my awards at the end of the year for not something I expect. So you never expect the Inquisition award. I personally absolutely love the Orc scratch build. I think that's just wicked, and then the little shades of red and green OSL work on it. And then there's the little tail drawing of the little face. Love it. So good. It's the little details. It's those little details. So really, really cool entry. Really, really happy with that squidge. It looks awesome. Onto another Eldar ship. This one is sort of the older world space fleet ship. Fantastic red, just an absolute stunning deep red that really draws you in. Really, really cool. And then the contrast with the white creamy sails. They're a little bit weathered. Yeah, fantastic work from Horizon on this one. I don't know if this is an original Space Fleet one or this is one of the newer 3D prints. Someone can correct me in the comments. I'm not sure, but yeah, fantastic entry, and yeah, it just, that deep red is just really, really gorgeous. More Eldar. You gotta just love appreciate the entries, folks, because now we're into another sort of a more recent 3D print. I believe these designs are from Italian Moose, and it's to sort of replicate and inspired by, I should rather say, by the old Space Fleet ships. And this is a really, really cool entry. I love the cream and red, where we had red and cream last time and white. Now we've got cream and red. Great minds think alike, as they say, and schemes work. I really like the subtle purple on the gemstones. I think that's really, it could have been different, like, so you could have added the red, but I like the contrast. I think that's a really nice touch. And yeah, fantastic work on a really difficult scheme with cream. Really hard. That awesome work. Got to be one of my favorite entries I've had as well. A pirate Tau ship that was going to be entered in the last one, but they entered something else, and they've entered it here. So fantastic work from Blue Squat here to enter this one. I love the little pirate bits, like the blue skull and things like that added in. The paint sort of added to it. I just think it's a really cool ship. Almost kind of feels almost, this is sacrilegious, but almost feels like a Star Trek Bird of Prey. Not gonna lie, that's kind of the theme I'm getting from it. I wonder what it would look like if it was green. That's kind of where I'm at with that one. Just a really cool scheme as well. I always love Blue Squat scheme where there's sort of almost a camouflage going through on a lot of their ships. I think it's just really well done, and it's really pretty, and it's unusual. No one else kind of does that sort of scheme. So yeah, really cool work. Really love this ship. More orcs. 3D prints. I love the subtlety of the different colors for these ships, and I absolutely love the wings on the escorts. I haven't really seen those before, and I always love a good rhino horn on the chaos. What am I talking about? Orcs, the orc ships. I really like it, and yeah, you can differentiate between the ships, and as always, great bases, really cool. So really like this orc entry. I really like those models, and gonna have to check them out when they're released on the purple site at some point. And then the final entry is Leagues of Votan ships. This is a complete League of Votan fleet. The ships are designed and all that by Fusion Shipyard, so you can go check them out. And yeah, wonderful paint scheme. I really like the silver and gold, really transitions well. Really like the blue on it. And yeah, what more can I say about this? It's just a really nice scheme, and a really well executed. And I think, yeah, it's a beautiful fleet. One day, hopefully, I get to play against it. Maybe. You never know. You never know. There you go, Admirals. That's the entries for this month for the Xenos theme. Fabulous entries as always. Which one was your favourite? Let us know in the comments. I'll be posting up the voting on as usual on the Facebook page for the community to vote on their favourites. Let us know in the comments which one was yours. And this month, the theme will be posted up very soon in all the relevant social media places. And yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks, everyone.